So in this example, we are going to cover structure declaration with complete database table. Now, example through you will come. We can go with this here itself, or else a separate program also we can write it for this, because it all depends on requirement. So each, if you go back, first one is, so first one is your declarations, type addition, like addition through into different variations, that is the explore. Here this is different field names, English names, so this is the explore. This is mismatch sequence into corresponding is the explore. Clear? Yes. This is your, go back to, so if you go back, any questions? So in that case, you look at, yeah, yeah. So now you look at here, the second approach, last approach, whatever being discussed is, yes, declaring, yes, this is declaring structure simply by making use of database table. Suppose data, simply vendor type, your LFA over vendor type LFA, or else we will write GS vendor. Yes, because first let it we will complete this. So now declaration or select a single star from, because you know this select is a statement with this caps will write it. So this type also will write it as a caps. So that caps. Select a single star from, select a single, directly select a single star into vendor, then from followed by LFA1. That's it. Where clause is always optional, still it is syntactically. But we were more clear on this. I'm going to add this here because of we are exploring on that particular vendor. Right? So now, yes, there is a scope record might be found, might not found. Sub-RC check is always sub-RC not equals to 0. Then you go to write statement. Yes, you write it record not found. Else record found. If record found, we can write LFA1 hyphen. Yes, you can, but target is not LFA1. Target is with vendor hyphen. All the fields you can write, even MANDT is also there. Hyphen, vendor hyphen, listener, LIFNR, vendor hyphen, land one, vendor hyphen, name one, vendor hyphen, name two, vendor hyphen, name three, vendor hyphen, name four, etc. Name four, vendor-ort01, vendor-pstlz, pstl2, lzone. So many fields are there. So many fields you can write this. So still it works. Check. What is that? Name 3 and AM. So check. Output. Yes. What is this? Client field, vendor number, English, and as well as name, name 1, name 2, postal code, all the values. So if I go to debug mode, you will come to know this example. Okay. If you go to here, hmm, so in execute it. So double click on vendor first. Double click on vendor. This is the vendor. Double click on vendor. So you can find it here. All fields, all the fields over here. All the fields there with initial values. All the fields say are there with initial right. So now if you go to the selector, select a single star. Okay? Select a single star result. If you just go to size sub RC, that is 0. Size sub RC is 0. So vendor, you want to check, you can check just like independent fields. Independent fields, you can verify like this. Because table fields also you can verify this way. Or else you want to see consolidated all, double click, control transfer from desktop 3 to structure 3. See all the single row information, we got it. Complete single row information, we got it. Whatever is there. Okay, so this is, in fact, we will go to here in 231 fields, where in the source table, isn't it? In the target also, we have the 231 fields. 231 fields. That's the reason we are writing select a single star. So if I go to one example for this, okay, if I create a notepad, this one, paint, for this is your underlying table, underlying table. Yes, this is, the table name is, this is your LFA1 table, LFA1 table with 231 fields, correct? So now if you go to here, this is our, yes, our, because we have a, just like this, because one row information. Our required listener is this, because I don't want all fields, correct? So here, yes, 0, 1, yes. This example you have to consider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes. So there may be other records are there, but we don't. This is the date. It is a part of, and when I write at the bottom, this is considered as a underlying table. If you look at the target, this is your target overall memory, right? That is in the target memory. Yes. When we declare data vendor type, the program declaration vendor type table. So in SC11, what happens? If you look at this is your SC11 table. Again, I'm going back to the first day, first row, first day one example only. So LFA1 is there in SC11 with 231 fields. 231 fields. Correct? So these are all the fields begins with MANDT as well as listener. That is the way land one, name one, etc. and so on. So when the program declaration vendor type table, it is not particular field specific. I want complete. As a result, what happened in the memory? Yes, just like this. Okay, if you are confused directly, I will remove this because why double double? You can simply write because you try to understand architecture point of view. Yes, this is your target. So the target is it is named as a vendor. It is named as a vendor. So how many fields? 231 fields. 231. Clear? Yes. This is the approach. Now, how the query differs. So first you try to understand what is the impact of data vendor type table. Vendor data keyword because you have to go with in-depth observations. What is the meaning of that? Data keyword mm, is used to declare data object. That is the declaration purpose. While execution the program, yes, at runtime in the memory, this data object gets created. Syntax first will type it here, and you can see the result at runtime. So what happened? The structure name is your choice. Structure name, yes, structure name can be declared as GS underscore LFA1 also okay, or else okay LS underscore LFA1 also okay, or else only vendor okay, or GS vendor okay, or LS vendor okay. Anything okay, no problem. Yes, okay, vendor okay. Otherwise, we will write this approach also. What is that? Yes, vendor sometimes because that is your vendor ST also will write it. Vendor structure. So these are all, it could be any, but what is type followed by? Type followed by table. When type followed by table, that is your program variable, that is structure variable, uses the entire structure. It is not uses the only one field, entire. So as a result, the table is having 250, 231. So this vendor also gets created with exactly for MANDT, listener. Yes, it is MANDT, listener. Then land one, same sequence you will get it. Name one, name two, name three, and all. So in that way, if you go to select a single star, now you have to observe the variation in select query. Select is same, single is same. Earlier we used to write select a single followed by column names. We used to type it. Yes or no? But now here it is not column names. Here it is select a single star. Select a single star into select a single star into followed by vendor. In this case, it is vendor from followed by LFA1. and where followed by condition. Condition is always on key field comparison. So if you go to here, okay, now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it. So now question comes, usage of select a single star. Okay, that is the purpose of this particular test. Select a single. Okay. Keep it later. No worries. Right. First, try to observe this. Select selection. From forward, first it goes to the table. Which table? This table. This it ignore the other tables. And the where first priority is given to the where clause. Table found is over where pointing to this point, this row information. That is, there may be other vendors, it ignores. Exactly this value matches, yes, matches. It is pointing to this table, this row. Now, what happened? Selection. What we want to select? Single row. Single star means single row. So the entire row information, you will get it. The entire row information, you will get it into this star. This is what you have. Then what next? Your right statement through, you can print all the values to the presentation to user. That means select result, you will get value over here, listener value here, 0, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So finally, in output also, 0, 1, 2, it's this approach. Right, over. So now question is, the data available in the underlying, how you fetch into presentation level, user level, at report level or form level, printing level is step by step. You cannot fetch direct table value to the front end. That is not recommended by SAP. You cannot hit the table directly. You have to go with this approach. First, what is your requirement? If your requirement is entire row information, go with this approach. Declare with all columns, fetch all the columns, single row data, print all the data. Here all the data is available. Whether you print 2, 3, 4, 5 fields or 231 fields, I can type it here. 231 you can type. But in previous example, vendor was declared with 5 columns. The table, underlying table with 231, but vendor with 5 columns. So accordingly select with 5 columns. Why we went 5 columns? Because it is not my choice, it is my user choice. My business requirement is they want vendor corresponding 5 fields information. If 5 fields or 6 fields, accordingly you declare it, accordingly you write the select query, fetch it and display it. So this program you have to change as per requirement, but only the client's requirement only 2 types. Either they want complete row information, otherwise they want one row with some fields information. That is one vendor with random data they want it accordingly. So 2 examples are covered here. So first select the 3-step procedure. First step is declare target area. Without target area, you cannot write select query, it gives error. The declaration done. Then fetch. Fetch is acting like an operation section. Fetch the data from source table to underlying target is vendor. Fetch it and display to the output. This is what a step-by-step procedure. So I told you while fetching, what happens? Your database tables, one copy is moved to the target. Only one copy. Okay? Yes, you should not misunderstand that this become completely deleted from the database and copied to no. A copy of value will come here. Same write statement. What is the purpose of moving to application layer? You want to print it. Print obviously happens by write statement. That's why write through you can display the output step by step. Up database layer to application to presentation. Right. So what I need to write here is yes. So select single star. Select single star. Fetches. Okay. Fetches only one row information the database table. Yes. If where class is missing, suppose, then it simply fetches first record, of the database table. If where class is specified, then exact row information we will get. But condition if the record found. If I give 004, immediately you will get error that record not found. Yes, record not found, you will get it. If you want to check, you can check. 003 or 4, whatever. Yes, you will get a record not. That's it. This is your overall, everything is available. So, our requirement point of view, while learning, we have to learn everything. Then, when it comes to the usage means project usage, immediately you have to connect to the relevant syntaxes. Respective syntax is most important. You have to quickly adapt them accordingly. We have to work. Select single. Select means selection. Single means single. Star. Star fetches. In fact, star fetches all rows, all records information. But since select single star fetches one row information. Going forward, I will show you select single star also. Okay. See, and finally, I want to tell you because suppose all variations we are covering, when you write select single star, entire row information we are fetching, but we are printing only 6, 7, correct? You are printing hardly 10 fields. If you are printing 10 fields, then what happened? 10 means 221 fields memory is waste. You are not using. When we want to go to this information, this type of approach, you tell me, I want to print all the 231 values, comma, 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 comma. 231 fields, I have to type it. There is no automatic mechanism to get all the fields. Got it? So, I at this point of time, I will go to introduce this inserting by using this approach memory. We tried last time pattern. In pattern, go to F4, above standard. Yes, sorry, no, not above standard. We'll come back here. Declaration. Structured data object declaration. With fields or with type? I want with fields. So with fields. Just press F4, type information system. I want LFA1. LFA1 fields. LFA1 fields. LFA1. Continue. LFA1 fields are displayed. LFA1 fields are displayed. If you go to just select Control C, select like this. Okay, continue. This is the advantage. Yes, this is not a typed statement. It is inserted syntax declaration using pattern That's it. See, it saved your time or not? Yes or no? It saved your time. Quickly, you got it or not? Till now we were spending a lot of time. That's why in future, and now this is standardized approach. MADT, MAD, listener, listener. If you want final conclusion, yes. See, this is TS. So TS means table structure. That is their under their point of view. So sometimes they write, I'm writing TS vendor also. So no worries. Very simple. You have to go to declaration, begin of, end of should match. Even last conclusion, I want to go with pattern. Yes, here I will take T001 suppose. Continue. T001. Suppose all the fields. I want all fields. Simply select all. Continue. See, this is what you got it. Yes, begin of and end of. Why somewhere red color? Because of this include. You content include, then rest is accepted. See, here one more include something is there. So include approach. Now it is accepted. Got it? See, it could be 230 fields. You no need to type it here. Quickly you will get it. Got? Yes. So now, if I go to, yes, yes, here, select a single, okay, something, no, actually, select a single star approach only you have to go with, because there is a way to generate select query with the fields also by using pattern. There is a select query, select from T001. That and all I will cover it later, not now. Then you can go with select all. Yes. Select query is also auto all fields select query ready. So that's what. Yes, ready. But this and all we will go and learn later, not now. All at a time leads to confusion also. That is ready-made things are out there. But at least you have to know how to go with this pattern approach. Okay. So you have to remember as per the requirements, you have to work with two types of data. Because since we started with LFA1, we are going with LFA1 only 3 entries through only. If you want, again, I told you as per the database, we went to, you can also create T001, 1000 or 0001 vendor information, company code information is there. You can try to fetch Bookers, BUTXT, company code, name, city, land one, all the details, you try to fetch it. Because this is for your typing examples point of you can try out. Because I gave one example, you try with other examples. Tables, you want plant information, plant works, name, evaluation area, listener, etc. You can try with. This is your system data, correct? So because if you want to go to the Mara table also you can try. Yes, quickly I will write one query on. We'll go to some other second program because I don't want to merge everything there itself. So we will go to, yes, working with structures. That's the title. We'll keep it here. So go to, yes. Now how you want to go with Mara table? Similar approach. Quickly data colon. So in the begin of, yes, we can write it TS underscore Mara table structure. Then end of TS Mara. So you should not get confused. That ST underscore Mara or TS underscore Mara also should not confuse. If it is Mara table, you may ask, sir, I'm new to Mara. No problem. I will take these fields in front of you. So because now you are familiar, Matner type Mara Mat. Yes, right. To save the time, you can even get it from ER directory pattern through you can. Since I can type faster, I am going to write ERSDA, ER name, type Mara ER. Well, here you have to observe me. What you have to observe is the sequence going to MTRT, MBRSH, MATKL. Yes, in ABAP we have this control Y. Control Y through you will get the plus sign. Copy this way. Copy Control C. Select first, paste it here. Now you can add this way. Mara MTRT. Then go to type Mara MBRSH. Because ABAP is common, can work for SD example, MMPP, QM, number of modules examples you can try. Whatever, but flow remains same. Okay, so here flow means syntax C. Pretty printer advantage, it's automatically setting the indentation. Right, select, simple. Now you cannot write select a single star here. I will show you. Select a single star by mistake. When to write field names, when to write, yes, also you have to have knowledge. Yes, this is wrong because single star is recommended, immediately you are getting error. Because when you declare, data simply TS Mara, type Mara suppose, then that is accepted. That is accepted. Very accepted. Simply. Yes, this approach you have to go with because you declare with everything. Mara holds how many fields? 332 fields. But in general, we never required 332 fields. That's why we always go with required approach. And out of that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6. Then in that case, star is not. So you have to go to Matner, ERSDA, ERNAM, MTART, MBRSH, MATK. This is your, okay, done, over. Okay, yes. Now, since as a best practice, you have to write it always, even though it is time taking, also, you have to habituate right from the day one onwards. You write it as if you are writing in a live project so that tomorrow you don't find the difference. This is learning, this is working. Yes, write statement, directly print. You can write uh, so TS Mara hyphen MATNR. Yes. Now TS Mara hyphen ERSD. TS Mara hyphen ERA TS Mara hyphen TAT. ETART. Because you look at above sequence also important. So MBRSH, TS Mara hyphen. So this German field names, be more careful. MATAL. Over. So what is this? One material related NDFA. NDF is unknown. Why it is? Oh, yes. Okay, done. So you look at this is the material, date, and all. So what is this? Is first of all you have to know which data is there in Mara. Yes. Mara, if you look at how many records are there, some 17 entries are there. In 17 entries, material number. If you go to MAT 54, this doesn't get material number created by created time, created date, time, person name, modified date, modified by person name. Then you can see this belongs to which material type, which industry sector, which material group, etc. etc. Unit of measurements. So that's why you have to go with this. So even though you can go with, because you have to see style, code style, program style is same. Only what differs, select query also same, everything same. If you want to go to this material 54, mat 54 suppose, how do you go with that? Matter is a key field where matter equals to, yes, mat 54. So it seems so lengthy. SAP recommends you can type up to some 70 columns, not more than that. Okay, after that, see, this is 54, 55 columns. That you have to come to the second line because this is causes issue in the debugger. Debugger through you cannot uh, go complete this program is time based. That's why SAP recommends some 60 or 70 columns only you have to type, not more than that. If you are increasing, you cannot go with a continuous story like that. No, this is the border. You should not exceed up to here. You have to come to the next line. Otherwise, it's still here only recommended. Almost. I'll tell you the number. Exactly how many columns you can type. So go to here. Now you got exactly mat 24, whatever the data available, mat 54. But this mat should be capital letters. Because if I type small letter, what will happen? You don't get the record not found. Select query failed. Subversive 4. Reason. There is even single letter matches. M capital, A capital, T small. Yes. Record still not. That is, comparison must be case sensitive. Yes. So go back. Program menu, execute, debugging. Yes. Go to select query, TS Mara, double click. Yes. These fields with these data elements. If you go back, select this is your subars 0. Subars 0. So we go to this write statement. You try to print it. All the values. What is there? You can check it out. This is one of the example. We will go to another example. Like suppose, uh, okay. Mm, 1 second. We have SC 11. So when we don't have customer data right here, we go with LFA1, LFM1. M1 prints this thing. So these vendor master purchase organization data. Purchase organization data, you can fetch it. Because you have to know this vendor belongs to what is the purchase organization, purchasing group, these details. Yes. So this is your PR01. That is your purchase organization. And moreover, uh, details. You can develop one more program to fetch these details also. Because you go to here, XK03, take this one vendor details. This is your vendor. Only address data, control data, payment information, or else purchase data you can see. Accounting, because there is general data, company code data, purchase organization data. If you select all, whatever the data available, you will get it. Press vendor. So, yes, something. Okay. Enter a company code also. So that means if you want to see, I have to enter the company code. Right. Enter. Okay. Purchase organization also we have to enter. Then only we can display it. So otherwise, general data you can without entering company code purchase organization you can see. So whatever is visible is general information, vendor, first name, last name, middle name, whatever you can see. Yes. Because it is automatically branching to the BPT code with all the, yes, address, address info, okay, other details, these details only, because functional consultant they look at generally screen level. If they want to fetch country details, region details, so simple you can, because in the forms and all we have to fetch. So very simple. Delhi. Place the cursor at screen field. Press F1. Press F1. Go to this table field. So here it is. Generally, you will find the fourth icon you have to click. This is technical information from screen feed. So here, which area you have to look at is this field data. So field name and structure name. Which structure through. Generally, structure doesn't hold the value. Finally, the structure where used will take you to the original table only. Yes, this is what you have to observe. Postal code. Postal code value is coming from. So it is ADR structure. ADR is not the table. ADR to data is structure. Structure does not hold the data. But how this is pointing to this is common detail. So if you go back, this is the approach to get the data is coming from which tables. You have to aware of that. This is another example to fetch data, because ultimately, just a quick revision, I demonstrated two types of data. Ravi, Kiran, Reddy records our own data. And again, vendor master data, material master data, plant also, and the company code data also. You can try out because I'm leaving to you. So this is not a complex. In fact, I made it simple. You have to know how to work with this data quickly and all. Sometimes, uh, okay, one customer or one vendor, all the data how to fetch, or required data, particular columns data how to fetch, everything covered. So now you are in a position, even you can work on master data, or else you can go with even transaction data, that is your sales order. Sales orders are empty in this table. Okay. If you go to another table, EKKO, purchase organization data. You can try with 13 purchase orders are there. So this is your purchase order. This purchase order can go and open it in the purchase order in ME23N. That is the T code to display the purchase. So here you can, this navigation and all, it comes with the practice. This is the purchase order. This icon through small dialog box can select a document. Okay. So now you can close this. This is your okay. Purchase order number, purchase order date, purchase total net value, NETW or NETPR, net price, 100 rupees. So how many line items? Only one line item is there. Purchase order I have this collapsible areas. You collapse this. Okay. It's item details we don't want. Basically, you can go with this section. Okay. So yes, this is your purchase order 45 all zeros. When we write it, there is a organization data. Organization data is this purchase organization data, purchasing group, and company code. So this, what is this? PO, purchase order is billed to which vendor, and that vendor belongs to which, these details you can fetch it out, fetch from the table and print it. So for a moment, if you want, we will go to the data browser SC16, SC16N. You can go to /n SC16N to type EKKO. So because you can see both front-end transaction screen, back-end tables data. Execute exactly one record you found it. Execute it. So now, this data you can select it. Again, go to details. Right. So these details you want to fetch it. Yes. So how do you fetch it? So simple. If you want me to write quickly 2 minutes, I will write the prompt because you will find another variation. So simple fetching purchase. Okay. This is what fetching material data. Simple. So material master data is over. You comment it out. So most of the cases, how do we fetch header data for a document is very simple because transaction having multiple lines. If there are multiple lines, obviously we'll go with internal table approach. But header data is a kind of single independent data. So if you want to go with this is your uh, go to because I'm declaring begin of yes. What is that? TS. Okay, TSPO. So we will also try to write standard SAP file. Inbit first. So this is EBLN type EKKO EBLN because field names you have to add EBLN. Second, that is your purchase document. Company code. Company code is nothing but hmm, company code is bookers. So this PO is build to where is this? Yes. You can switch here to a web screen. You can write it bookers. EKKO hyphen BUKR. That is that purchase document BSTYP. Purchase document type and category both. Document type is important in case of purchase order. Purchase document type is yes NP. Purchase document created date. Created date is 10/1. That is nothing but your ERDAT. ERDAT type. Okay. So this approach ERDAT, ER name also. Who created, when created. Because for familiarity purpose, I'm trying to give these details. Okay. Come back. Because if you look at the data is supplier. Supplier is nothing but vendor. That vendor is most important. So here in LF, this is only these details only available here. Okay, these details. So vendor you will get it. So now first I will try to get the vendor. What that is this PO is being so which right? So the printer so PSTY the AEDAT. So A, where is that? There is no component called as ERDAT. So that means you can go back, check it out, what is there in EKKO. Because sequence, this is your Booker's BSTYP BSART. BSART, then again AEDAT ER name. So, as I said, we have to go with mm, which approach? Which approach? Sequence approach. That is most. If you are confused, we'll parallelly keep like this. So first EBLN Booker's BSTYP. Perfectly I typed it. After that, this is a category. Leave it. I don't want that. AEDAT ER name. So this is okay. AEDAT. This is AEDAT. You have to change this way. ER name. Then if right? Am I violating? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 matches. Same ascending sequence. Then after, now you are clear with what you want. Yes, select. Yes. So there is no such way to copy the fields because you cannot copy these fields. Hardly what you because to save time or there may be type error. Hardly what you can do is you can copy paste and remove this way. But it is 5, 6 fields you can do. Otherwise, better to learn the type. This is the approach. Correct. So same sequence you will get it. Into. Into always direct structure name only will write it because one time I want to show you, that's why I demonstrated. From followed by EKKO now. Second, what next? You have to go to this one. Okay. Mm. So, other class, right? This where followed by EBLN equals to the key. So 4, 5, how many zeros are there? This is the P1. This I copy to avoid yes, this. Okay, incorrect. Because select a single keyword is missing. So single, that's it. Select a single. Okay, now you look at no errors. If psi sub RC not equal to 0, same can print it as record not found. If record found, come to else, right, go to what next? This is your, if you want to write a detailed way, purchase order is. What is purchase order number? TSPO hyphen EBLN. This new lines also you can write because the style of display is your choice. What is that? This purchase order belongs to which company code? The company code is TSPO hyphen BUKRS. This approach you know. What else? Um, PO, that is purchase order document type. PO document type, simply we call it as. TS PO hyphen BSTYP. What next? Created by, created on, PO created on TS PO hyphen AETAT. This is the live project, nothing more than that. Created by, created, already past tense. Created by followed by person name. TSPO hyphen. Yeah. This is vendor. This PO builder to which vendor? Click to now. Go to execute. So you are printing one vendor as document type BSTYP or BSART. Both two things are there. So if you want to go to EKKO, yes, you can write document categories BSTYP. We'll go with BSART. You want document type, document. So you want to change some, or you want to keep some. Also, BSART. So you should be in a position to change quickly. Yes, nothing harm as it is. So this is your everything. You have to change this way. This is the way. Okay. All fundamentals are clear. NB. NB is the document type. Created date. Created by vendor number. So this whatever the data is displaying here, this data is correct or not. How do you confirm? One way, go back again. Here don't go for not familiar with this. So select these things. Idiot, year name. What else? That's all. ADAT. If you want, there is a net value also. You can print it NETWR, NETPR. Because purchase order total net amount also you can print it here. Okay, so if you consider listener, that is your vendor. So if you want to add net, that is your total net amount also you can see this is the data, available data. You can see comparison, whether are we getting right value or not. Or else some people will compare with, no, I don't want to compare this. I want to compare with front end flow. If you know front end flow through also a vendor number, supplier number, document. This way also 01/1/2026. Yes. This way front end through also you can compare it. Either way, you yes. So that's all for the day. You can practice purpose. You can go to what else? You know, entry code data, plant data, you can practice it. And a lot of other tables. But your server is having lot of data, you can work with many tables. Master tables, transaction tables, system tables, you need configuration tables data also you can. Okay. So that's all. We'll continue tomorrow.